And let me, just for the sake of remembering, we will go and share our lovely screen here for our lovely people and perfection, hopefully, if all goes to plan. Alright. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Curse of the Blightborn Court, where last we left off, Wesvyre got Cain into a little bit of a kerfuffle with Samuel and his Clifton. I figured out later on because my dumbass doesn't remember last names, especially when I have so many NPCs in my head. But we had Helena and Hokar getting basically tossed around by them. There in the background, Klaus and Celestia end up seeing what was going on. Jules went off on his own little thing a while back, but going away with a few guards here is Cain, and yeah, so we'll just remove these from the scene for now because he has the theater. As well in the scene we had Vostel come downstairs, and then Hekatae is in a little bit of the hallway just seeing what was going on as she came down. And yeah, that is our scene for this current moment. We're going to move time a bit. We're going to move the angle. Give a little bit more of a time pass feel. And that should be enough. Alright. So, as Cain's being pulled away, Helena comes up to you, Wesvyre, and says, why'd you do that? Where are they going to take... What's going on? I just hope you're right. And Hokar's next to you being like,
I hope he can too. My chest still hurts by getting hit with a tiefling.
and Helena says, well, it didn't feel good getting hit against an orc either. Vostel comes around the corner. He says, now, what the hell was going on down here? Any of you youngins want to hear? You hear me? He comes over to Klaus. Hey, you hear me, bud? And Klaus says, they took Cain? Now, why the hell would they do that? Well, no reason my ass. Let's just hope that man isn't dead now, thanks to your choice of words. I would rather it be me. I don't want someone else dying because of me. Alright? What I do to protect this town, and you all are honorary members, so just you best hope that they either realize and they let him go free, or they realize and they kill him. But also not realize and kill him too. The possibilities are endless now, thanks to that. Okay. You go to walk out the door, and Vostel says, I'm coming with you then. If nothing else, should be my hide out there, not his. Klaus comes around the corner and says, yeah, I'll try my best, but I'll help you guys whenever you can. Whenever I can. Sorry. Okay. If you think you can... okay. I'll stay here and keep watch. If you want to, you can hook the cart up to your horse, Vostel, and you can leave Charlie here, so that way he's not in danger either. And Klaus goes to sit down at the tavern. So, Wesvyre, what do you want to do? You want to go... Alright. Hekatae, what do you want to do? Okay. So she comes around the corner, coming downstairs, and she goes to join you guys. Klaus stays there, and you all get together as a group, including Hekatae and Helena. But Vostel turns around and says, one of you's gotta stay here. Gotta make sure that they don't come back and try to, you know, rile up the townsfolk. And then he turns to the three of you and says, make a decision. Who do you think should join? Who do you think should stay? This is going to be a decision between the three of you, Wesvyre, Hekatae, and Celestia. Do you take Helena or Hekatae? No. You are getting the choice between Helena or Hekatae on who goes with you and who stays behind to guard the So, for Helena, she is a tiefling sorcerer. For Hekatae, he is a orc barbarian. Alright. Helena says, I'll just rest up here at the tavern, and if anyone comes through that seems unsightly, I'll take care of them. And Hekatae says,
alright, let's get to crushing skulls.
and the 5 of you head out the door, leaving behind Helena and Klaus in the process. We'll put you all out here, and then we're going to doodly-doo over to the ways out from Corelda, down a forested path. Is a couple guards and Cain in the disguise of Vostel. They're moving along, and the one of the guards chimes in and says,
Hey, Mr. Clifton, should we take this guy to the holding cells, or,
and the person up front who you would this is my DM outfit, so yeah. So I've got this vest and the very nice little suit. Oh, you're good. And I do have a nice suit. Pretty decent hair, I would say. But the person Samuel ends up turning around, who you would assume to be Samuel. He turns around and says,
No.
We're going to take care of this one personally. Come, Vostel, follow me.
They go down further to the path, and they come across this open hole with some dirt smooth out from it, and the other guard there is,
I dug it up, sir. All's good to go. Wonderful. Best of luck. I'm going to head back to Evandriel. You three take care of Vostel and dump the body there. I don't want to have to worry about his kind around here anymore. I shall take my horse and be gone. And with that, you are left in the care of these 3 guards. The one behind you says, Alright.
He cracks his knuckles,
Time to get this over with.
and he goes to strike at you. And this is where we can see if things go good or bad for you. So you currently have your hands shackled. When they were taking you out of well, you're cuffed, I would say. You're not like full on like legs to arms shackled, but you're just like cuffed on your hands. So, but you do have your lockpicking equipment, I would assume, so you should be fine in that aspect. But does a 6 hit? Okay. Person goes to bring his sword down on you, and you move yourself to the side, avoiding the strike. And he says,
Oh, come here, you little git.
This is your opportunity to do a I'll say this is a sleight of hand check to see if you end up getting these lovely locks open, but let me get to where I can see the screens and everything. Alright, now you can, if you want to, roll for your sleight of hand. Yeah. 15 does work. You easily pull out a little pick using like the back of your fingers, click it into the lock, and unlock one of the cuffs from. The other one's still attached, but one of them is unhooked, leaving one of your both your hands technically free, but one of them, your left hand, has the cuffs dangling off of them. So it's basically a forest area. There isn't much around except for the shovel, this dirt, and like the trees around. Okay, you're gonna go and dash into the forest, so... Okay, yeah, you make your way into the forest and effectively, like... I'll say make a stealth check to see if you blend in well with the forest enough for the guards not to see you. No. The guard nearest the dug-up grave turns around and says,
Oh, I see him in the trees!
and he's going to move, into where he sees you and is going to try to strike. Huh? 20. He moved 20 to be within range of you. I think it has to be when they exit your threatened range, but let me look just to make sure. Because I believe opportunity attack has to be... Where is it on this list? Yeah. Yeah. So when it moves out of your range, so if he goes out of your range, you can then hit with a attack. But he goes in and he's going to try to strike. That's a fucking 3. So tries to go and slash, hits just all the foliage in front. Oh, damn trees! And then the other ones alerted are going to move 30. Gonna try to hit you with the sword. I should actually just bring up... I've been just rolling just straight rolls, but I should probably just bring up whatever a knight is. Because that's technically what I need to bring up is for a monster, and whatever is a knight. Perfect. We'll just go with this. And... Okay, so that's how many. So they're... Like, oh, they can make 2 normally. Okay. So... We'll just say for the sake of argument that only one of them will end up getting the... and that'll be this guy in the dark armor will end up getting 2. The others will get 1. Rolling... 21. Let me... Need 2 of these. 3 points of slash... Well, nope. 3 plus 3. 6 points of slashing damage as this greatsword cuts through the trees and you see it cut across. Alright, go ahead and do that. And then, with that done, this knight's gonna move. 30, he's gonna be behind this one, and he won't be getting any opportunities. So yeah, you're up if you want to do anything. You're in dash. Okay, we're just gonna, for the sake of argument, we're going to move it to like this side here, so that way I can like keep track of it. Because, well, okay, you're not climbing up the trees. Freaking model won't stick right in the scale. We're just gonna say right there, and then do another stealth check. I'll say with disadvantage because they know you're there and they can. It's. So let's see what you get. 19. Let's see what these knights past perception is 10. Okay, cool. But what is their okay? One of the knights does spot you. The other one does not. The other 2 do not. So they're going to take a bit of time to keep up. But one of them does see you. And then you dash. So from your position, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 45, 60. So you're like right within here technically of the forest. So they're gonna move. This one's gonna move. 1, 2. He's gonna be actually right here. And then the others are just gonna move to follow their friend, but they don't really see where you're at, so they'll just move that way. As that is going on, off in the forest, we end up hearing a little bit of a whistling, and then coming out of the woods, his stride or whatever as he comes through, holding his rapier is none other than Jules. Jules, you just walking through the woods as you were, end up seeing that there's someone in trouble, but you don't know who it is because they are disguised. Yeah, they're disguised as this. You can see that there's an old man, essentially, is what you're seeing. in front of you, being harassed by 3 knight-looking fellows. So. Yes. You're good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're gonna dash over there too? Okay. 60 gets you right there. You're pretty close now. One of the knights says,
Well, don't you know who that is? That's Vostel Blanche. He's a killer, murderer. Yes. You best let us get about our business and go about your way. What do we want? Call it frontier justice. Oh, we don't.
you wanna. So they say,
We're not telling you a damn thing.
but if you want to, you can look at their shields, and I'll say an investigation check if you want to. Yes. That is a two-handed weapon. I'll say that one of them just has a regular sword, and it'll be one of them in the back. We'll say longsword, just so that way. I don't think longswords are two-handed. It just says greatsword for the thing, so I will just say an assumption here, because yeah, the knight itself does not have a sword, or a shield, but also the models do. But I'm just saying, I'm trying my best here. So you'll. We'll say that this one here has a long sword and a shield. This one here just has a sword, no shield. This one has just the great sword, and I'll say this one just has a long sword. That way we'll make it easy. Cool. 15 on history check. You would know that from looking at the shield of one of the knights that it hails from an elven family. As far as you know, you would not necessarily know the specific family. You would know that they are a family that would be from the eastern city from here of Andriel. You would know that they're at least, for the knights who have traveled this far and not be in a caravan, they must be like from nearby. This is going off an assumption that Jules knows his environment a little bit, but I would say that you would know that they're at least either a royal family or a sub-royal family, because there are tiers within Evandriel. But you know that it's at least an elven family from that region. You don't know which one, but you know that they're an elven family. So, two of them have no idea whatsoever. These two here. This one's occupied, and he rolled a 3, so he absolutely has no reason to look at you. This other one seems to find some familiarity, but doesn't really have a pinpoint. This one back here looks at you and says,
"Wait a minute. That hair, that outfit." Boys, I think we have a better target on our hands. You must be that one prince from, Umbramere, was it? Somewhere in that Baronian continent.
roll a deception check. Nine. He does not buy your bullshit excuse, and he says,
"Now I think you are who I think you are. Hey, Gary, go over there and cuff him. We'll take him back for a nice pretty penny over at Umbramere. They'll enjoy this."
He's gonna move 1, 2, 3. He's gonna try to cuff you, or try to grapple you, I would say, in the sense of, let me make sure I've got, so it's a +3 to strength. Okay, give me a sec. Just roll either, his name is, their name is Gary? Yes. So, freaking chat. Does an 11, I need you to roll either an acrobatics or an athletics, whichever one you want, to see if you can, best an 11, because apparently I roll ass tonight. Go ahead and do it, and see what you get. What is this? 17? Yeah, he goes to put the cuffs on you, and you just, like, pull away from him, and he gets pulled to the side. And he's like,
"Well, just come quietly. Just come with old Gary, it'll be fine." "Oh, now I'm gonna beat you the fuck up."
And then, yeah, you're up next, Cain, is, what do you want to do? Alright, go and do an athletics check to see if it if he catches the cookie, or if he's gonna drop. 16, perfect. Now, 16, you toss it with no problem. Jules, roll me an athletics or an acrobatics to catch the cookie. You get, what'd you roll? Yeah, okay. Yeah, do a history check then to see. I'll say you can see if you know who this. That's a 9. You see this old man toss you a lemon cookie. It's just on the ground now. He didn't even bother to catch it. Oh, fuck, okay. He does have 2. Alright, so you're gonna use the, is it the hill giant one you... it would take your action, so you wouldn't be able to shoot. I think that just the potions in general are actions. I would just say is like a free action you got to throw the cookie. But I think that the potions are, and I'll look up just to make sure. I open so many links. Is these guys just watching the cookie fall, yeah. What'd you say again? Sorry, getting distracted by the chat. Yes. Okay, go right ahead. See if you hit. That hits. Go ahead and roll the damage and see what you get. Sure, go right ahead. Cool. I'm just gonna roll and see how much health he's got. Okay, well. No, that's not gonna be enough. Okay. These guys aren't really warriors anyway. I mean, they are, but they're like not expecting this arrow to shoot out. And also just to save time on, not going through a full, combat phase. You shoot him through the side of the head, through his part of his helmet. And he hits the ground. Yeah, exactly. They're in the background going, Gary, no! And as Gary collapses, he hits the arrow, and the arrow goes further into his skull. He's dead. So, these other two, see what happens. 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah. He's gonna try to strike at you. Does a 16 hit? Alright. Gotta keep going. 15 points of slashing damage as this one comes across and strikes at you. Okay, so you'll have that. So from 15 it goes down to 7. 7. Yep, rounding down. Because it's an odd number, rounding down. Coolly. Next up is this guy. 5, yeah. It's going to go and like, how far away are you? Okay. This one's gonna try to strike at you with a long sword. Now I need to figure out in a sense here, just for my own chagrin, what exactly, like what's a long sword's specific amount of damage. Okay, so it's a 1d8. Cool. Oh wait, I need to hit to see if I can hit. Going, putting the cart before the horse. Yeah, I know I'm doing great. Does a 17. 11 points of slashing damage as they go across and hit you in the chest. And yeah, next up is Jules. You read the chat, didn't you? You rolled an 11 to hit? Yeah, that's not gonna do. Oh, okay. You rolled an 11 for history? Yeah, you get an inkling that, oh, this must be an ally. You're not entirely sure, but you can tell that, like, from the look of it, oh, those are Daisy's lemon cookies. You still know who the fuck this old man is, but you at least know that those are Daisy's lemon cookies. Your brain knows where the sweets come from, you just don't know who the fuck this person is. Yeah. So. How much did you get for go. Yeah, go ahead.
Barry. Yeah.
You guys, oh, you rolled a natural one. You go and you try to bring your blade up, and he, with a, you both clash swords. He rolls an 8, so he's not gonna hit either. You both just ting ting back and forth. Going back, we go to, Cain, you're up. You're gonna find an arrow of berry, okay. Sure, go right ahead. Even though you've got... Sure. 16 does not hit. Yeah, so it tings off of the armor and goes aside. Barry turns and says,
"Hey, Carrie, take care of him."
You do a stealth with disadvantage because Carrie is right in front of you. 14. Nope, not gonna cut it. You try to hide and he sees you. Should have dashed. And then he is going to go to strike at you. 22 to hit. Ow, indeed. You take 11 points of slashing damage as Carrie comes across your chest with his greatsword. Okay, then that would be taken down to... how many times can you do Uncanny Dodge, or is it just every turn? Okay, cool. Yeah, then it goes from 11 to 5. So where do we go? And next up is Barry. Fuck it, Barry. You rolled a 7. The fucking chat, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to do roleplay here. Anyways, what'd you do? It is fan fiction going on. Wait, replace Shania with Hekatae. I fucked up. Hi, Pop, I fucked up. Anyways. Okay, what'd you roll to... Did you roll the, like, attack or... Oh, you're... Okay. Okay, what are you trying to do? Ooh. Roll with advantage on an intimidation check and see. It's going to be a high DC, so we'll see what you get, but. Doodly doo doo doo. Dirty 20. Barry ends up pissing his armor and he says, "Oh, I gotta fucking run!" 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, he's gonna go 30 because that's all his movement speed there. God damn fucking chat. Ribbing me in the freaking. We're just gonna do this just so we get this in order. Cool. Yeah, and then, yeah, if that. I would say that it's your bonus action to intimidate him, but what do you want to do, action-wise? Oh, I pissed my armor! As he runs, he... Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20... Okay. So... Yeah, you're up to, carry. What do you want to do? Roll to hit Carrie's ass, I guess. Roll for an ass check. I have no fucking idea. An 18 will hit. An 18 will hit. $11. You stab him, and you stab through the underneath the armor and into his butt, and he's like, "Oh, my butthole!" Next up is Cain. Alright, go right ahead. Dirty 20, yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and, hit him. 6. You can do sneak attack if you want. Yeah, how do you want to do this? Okay. So, Carrie's over here intimidating you with his, greatsword. Jules comes up behind, stabs him with a rapier up the butthole. He's, you know, freaking out like, "Why the fuck is there a sword in my ass?" And then you come across with your blade, slice across his neck, and he's like, "Oh, why the fuck is my blood inside my body?" And, in the confusion, he is dead on the ground. Next up is, Barry. 5, 10. As he's running, he looks and says, "No, Carrie!" 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's gonna dash the entire way out. Do you guys want to engage Barry or not? I think Jules still doesn't realize maybe who you are yet, because you have not discussed the thing. Oh! In the anime. Oh! You eat it off the ground. There's some dirt and a little bit of, like, a couple blades of grass on it, but it's still good. It still tastes good. Maybe a little gritty, but it's alright. I'll say this. take for Daisy's cookie, I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna, you know, roll for it. You get 7 HP back. That's a really good cookie. It heals you up inside your soul. Well, surprise. But yeah, you two are getting yourselves acquainted on the road. You see that there is an open grave. Oh, loot the bodies. Cool, cool, cool. Let me just pull up. I thought he said hide the bodies, and I'm like, alright, well, there's where you can go and do so.
Oh, to hide the bodies, I'll just leave them out in the sun for the wolves to feed.
Yes, it's still in his ass. People in the damn chat, pull the rapier out of his ass, for God's sakes. Let's see what we find here. Alright, we're gonna roll and see just how crazy I go with this. You just, I'll say that we had in things. Interesting. Ooh, okay. So you find two things in Carrie's garb. You find just a small vial. There's nothing inside of it. It's just an empty vial. So you can use that for whatever. You also find something called a mask charm, which I won't... you won't know what it is because it is a magical item, but you see that there's a charm that he is. This small silver pin that you find. And then, Jules, you want to go and loot Gary? Perfect. Cool. Let's see what we find here. So, you find hidden in roll on this too. You find a candle and you find a medal. A candle and a medal. D, yes, not T. Sure, roll me an Arcana check to see if you will know what this thing is. Or if you have something like an identify spell, you can work with that as well. If you have something like an identify spell, you can do that as well. Or, I would say if you're doing history, it would be a disadvantage. True. As you are, and even in fact, as you are talking about that, coming over the horizon. As the daylight is starting to like show a little more through the trees, but starting to get close to setting. Coming through is the crew here, as well as, let me pull out these different people. Where did I put it? There. So yeah. And boot. Perfect. Alright. So you see these 5 come over the horizon. Guys, you end up seeing a massacre in front of you. You see a dug grave. You see Cain in the corner there, with a guard that has his throat slit and his butt in the air with just blood gushing out of it. You see that Jules is over there just pilfering through this guard's belongings, right next to an open grave. So yeah, however you guys want to react to that scene. Perfect. Here's where I found God. He's dead now. Anyway, Vostel behind says, I don't know about you, but what you did seems quite unspeakable, considering that there's literally a sword hole in that guy's butthole. That don't make no sense to me. Take a good look on it. As you see a little bit of blood and fecal matter still on Jules' rapier. Someone got some alcohol or some... It just wipes off on the other guards. Cloak. Perfectly fine. Oh god. Hakar's like,
I've never... I'm actually a clean freak, but, don't tell anyone.
Vostel says, well, if at least the guards take... Wait a second. Where's the third guy? And where's Clifton? Like, this guy's you ripped off? Okay. I mean, are you trying to... What are you trying to disguise yourself as? As Vostel? Yeah, yeah, you're getting names mixed up. This is why I tell people to write down their damn notes. Anyways, yeah, where'd Sam go? Where do you point? Because should you be pointing that direction then? And I could have sworn there were 3 guards with him. Oh, shit. Well, this is gonna be a bitch and a half. Hakar, help me toss the bodies in the open grave. Yeah, coming up, boss. So they'll go toss that guy in. They'll go do the job, toss that guy in, and then bury it down he went that way. So, Jules, you see this gruff, almost cowboy-looking individual come up to you. He's got this like kind of like dark brown with a bit of gray in his hair, like a handlebar mustache, and he comes over and he says,
Nice to meet you. The name's Vostel Blanche. And you are? Well, thank you. Nice hair you got there, too.
and then he'll shake your hand, and he ends up looking and it's like, right, and just like rubs it on Hokar's loincloth, and he says,
No, my loin. Oh, God. Okay, well, as you probably heard, my name's Hokar. Nice to meet you too.
and so Hokar's gonna go and do his thing of making sure that the ground's, the ground looks a little bit more natural, just burying those bodies in. And Vostel gets everybody in a circle and says,
Alright, well, here's the issue we got. Clifton is heading off to God knows where. And, one of his guards has escaped. Well, that's not going to be good for us if word gets out that, a couple guards are missing, and, won't be too well for the town of Corelda either.
he turns to you, Cain, and says,
Do you have any idea on where they're heading? Cain, I'm asking, where did Sam and that guard go? Thank you for your help, I guess. Alright. Jules. In Elven City. Well, there could be many.
I don't think he told Cain that, so...
A certain Elven City. Did they specify which Elven City? Umbermere? So they're heading back to Umbermere. That's over in Baronia. You mean to tell me that they came across the waters to go and try to find me? Alright, Hokar, you're gonna have to dig up some info, and I mean you're gonna have to dig up those bodies again, because clearly, well, you see any tracks?
You can roll an investigation if you want to go and see about finding tracks.
Go ahead and do it and see what you get. What did you get?
10. Well, you see some tracks, but the tracks are that of a mixture of feet going back and forth. You also see some deer tracks, a couple wolf tracks. Lots of tracks, just not ones that you can clearly follow.
Alright. Here's what I can do. I can either have Hokar dig up the bodies, or I can try to list off any of the elven cities that are within this entire fucking world.
Yes. So they didn't say where they were taking you, but you did overhear Clifton saying about going back to Evandriel. Was the city. So your character would know that, I would hope, but if it's like coming back and like, oh yeah, you know, just, you know, however you want to play that out. Hokar's like,
I gotta go dig up graves again. Well, there's, in just this continent alone, or the entire world, cause, so you got Gisara, that's the Wood Elf city, to the, Evandriel is the,
and then, yeah, Wesvyre jumps back a bit. Hokar's like,
oh, thank God I don't need to get my loincloth dirty again.
I would say, so I would say that you might be, my ears, yes, indeed. You actually would have heard of it, yes. Because of your royal background, you would have heard of it. You also would know whether you want to bring that up to other people or not. Would be also kind of dependent on character stuff as well. Is that you would possibly know, unless Hekatae did not bring it up to you, that well, would she have brought it up, Hekatae? Yeah, so I would say you know it, but I want to also know if, like, Hekatae, like, fully discussed her, home city. Yeah, so you would know that. You would know that it... Yeah. And I think, Celestia, you're the first to, I would say, pick up on that. I wouldn't say you would really need a roll. You can, like, sense something. Oh yeah, you know Evandriel. I'm just saying, like... Yeah. This is just, bringing it up a little more for, her, is that, like... Yeah. So while you two are, talking, Vostel gets the, four of you, the four, meaning, Cain, Jules, Wesvyre, and Hokar, in a semicircle, and says,
alright, so if it's Evandriel, we're going to need to be a little bit careful. The city is a very large place. I would say it's probably not as large as Gisara, but close enough. If we're going in there,
we best keep our wits about ourselves. I'm not saying it's a bad city, but every city does have its shadows. And, well, let's just hope we can make it out in one piece. If we decide to go there. But that's up to all of you. I'm not gonna force your hand here. If you want to go, you can come alongside me in her car, and we'll go and see about taking this on one by one. If not, then well, then you guys can be free to do what you want to do. If need be, we can compensate you for that bounty or whatever, and that's up to you. But know this, if we can end up getting to Clifton, there might be some rewards there for us. And so, there's the branch out there. Do you want to go or not? And so, this comes to a point though. Yep. Yeah, you are very quiet, Tess. No idea either. I'm just going to turn you up a little bit on my end so that way it'll hopefully catch on the stream. Alright, so, what do you want to say, Celestia? History check with advantage. Because, and I would say even with advantage, and I'll say even add on +2 to that, because you would be very well to know, because this is very familiar to you. Roll again. I'm just gonna say because double tens is a bit of a fickle thing. 16 +2, 18. Yes. So you would know that they are, from what you saw as they were burying them, that they are from a sub-noble family. The sub-noble family of Fromir, which is a subfamily of the Eladrin family. So there are 5, and for Hekatae's own history, there are 5 major families that are in charge of Evandriel. There's 5, like, families. The head family is Vanderfall. Then there's Elmser, Ladarn, Dern, and Vostel. Your family would fall under the subnoble family for Vanderfall. So you're, like, close enough to, like, the top without actually being considered like full nobility. Celestia, is there anything you want to add to that? Or, let me roll something. we'll say this, that Hokar moves off the side here from the group discussing tactics and whatever, and comes over and says,
Are you okay, Hekatae? Bad family ties, I assume? Or long lost love, or did something very embarrassing, or
and he's just lost in thought as to like what other reasons.
Oh no! That is no good.
Oh, rippity dippity. Intermission 5 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. So, Hakar's still, you know, trying to figure out reasons.
Ate too many biscuits, like obsessive version of like bloodlust obsessive, or is it like oh shit. Well, my own family used to do the same thing. They would kill anyone that came by that wasn't orc, and then I was kind of outcast because I wasn't full orc. Not just came with the fact that, like, you know, me, I'm kind of half orc, like I'm not full orc, but I like to think that I'm more orc than human, but, well, you know how it is.
Roll a perception check. I'll say with advantage since you're nearby. Rolling. Oh yeah, 22. You'll definitely end up. You'll end up hearing, like, he's not whispering or anything, so you'll be able to overhear him talking.
Okay. Which plan is it? Is it the plan of, like, setting a trap? Is it the plan of... Oh, okay.
And he walks off to go and chat with the group over there. roll a perception check, and I'll say with disadvantage. No, just roll a straight perception. Roll a straight perception. 6. You overhear Hokar talking about,
Alright, so we take these biscuits, and then we put them in this basket, and then we set it out for the guards, and then the guards take the biscuits, and then, whoa, the trapdoor falls underneath them, they fall into the cellar,
and he just keeps going on and on and on, further and further about this biscuit basket cellar plan. You can see that Vostel's just like rubbing his temple, being like, oh, this is bullshit. But you don't overhear the conversation with them about kill or anything like that. I don't know if you did fix it or not, Tess, but we can always check. Oh, hell yeah. Better, way better. Way better. Just blew out my eardrums a bit, but that's fine. You're perfectly fine, because I had you at like 120, so that's my bust. So yeah, all should be good there. And yeah, you hear the discussion going on between Hekatae and Wesvyre over all this going on. Yes. Yeah, you can go off of that, yeah. And so you go forward, and you all begin to rejoin the circle. And if you want to, yeah, you can overhear. Yeah, sure, you overheard it. Like I said, he's not very. Yeah.
So we should do sweet rolls, and lemon cookies, and... Oh. Yeah, you can't trap him unless there's like 3 guards,
And he holds up 2 fingers.
3 guards, and... and then he can't escape, like he try and he fail. Then he gets taken away, and, I don't know.
Vostel says,
Oh, good lord. Alright. So, besides the biscuit plan, we have 3 options here. Number 1, we go and find Samuel in his own little, in his own residence, but, and try to kill him. But that would be a bit difficult and risky, considering the amount of guards, and also considering that you had one of the guards go out and, leave the scene of the fucking crime. You can bet that it's going to be a little bit more secure. Option number 2. We can go and find his, where he keeps all of his financials. You know, any of all the gold and stuff. If you guys don't remember, he, married into someone in the, oh, what was that family? Prissy, Brazen, Hokar speaks up. Is it the Vostel family? That's what it is, the Vostel family.
He married some lass from there, and, let's just say he's rolling in pretty well right now. They gave him a good share of the fortune, but it's in his own personal coffers. What you can do
is you can go into the personal coffers and clean them out. With no Exactly. And hopefully give it back to the people of Corelda. What? I don't know, sounds like a dick. In any case, option number 3. Oh, and this is the option I don't want to do, would be the easiest one to do.
He then pulls out a piece of paper, and you see that it's kind of crumpled up, a little ripped here and there, and it says, in about 2 weeks, there's supposed to be a gala going on in Evandriel. And it says that all of the families will be attending, and the families that will be present will be the 5 major families and a member from, and with those 5 major families, there will be 3 members of the main family, and then 2 members at the end of each table. That will be from the sub-noble houses. They say that, like, some sub-noble houses won't be able to attend due to, you know, their own things, but then there's some that say they will be there. It's a whole event going on, this huge gala that shows off Evandriel's wealth and Evandriel, like the Evandrielian family's power, in a sense. You can see that it's saying, here's the, you know, main families, and here's the ones that will be attending, here's the ones that won't be, and then underneath there's a line that says, with the sub-noble families, it says, in case members of the sub-noble family are not able to attend, they can send courtiers, or they can send people to take their place as sort of like +1s, or in this case would be +2s for the royal families. And Vostel says, there'd be enough. If we were to go in pairs, you have to leave somebody out. And if we can have somebody keeping watch, that'd be great. 3 of the sub-families won't be showing up, according to this chart. If they were to send somebody, they would end up, you know, talking to the planning committee, whatever else, you know, a bunch of hierarchy bullshit. Basically what this means is we have an in. If we can go to this party, we can then go and see about going after Sam that way. Now, I have my ways. I might be able to take care of Sam in a much simpler way. It's going to be quite messy, possibly, but if you're willing to hear me out, up to you. Well, I think it sounds downright preposterous, because I don't want to be wearing a damn suit, or a disguise for that matter. Shit's itchy. But, if need be, I can mosey something up, but look. One of us will have to stay outside. Going in pairs of 2, we can end up, you know, taking care of much of the problems going on, and plus it would be less suspicious with just one person by themselves. If need be, we can also cut it further, have like 3 people, Or, like, you know, cut out however many we need to where we only have pairs. If we go in singles, we're gonna have a bad time. Alright. And whichever one of you stays out will be the lookout. You guys will be the ones to keep eyes and ears out to make sure that nothing goes wrong. If it does go wrong, then, well, we're fucked. Because we're going to be right in the middle of Elven territory. And the justice there won't be too kind to seeing a bunch of hoodlums getting into their super special gala. Well, that would be... Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll need disguises. Do you think you can rustle some up for us? Alright, first thing we need to establish here. Who's going, who's staying? So if you guys choose that you all want to go, I'll stay out. I'm perfectly fine with not wearing a damn monkey suit. Alright. Alright. What about... Well, that you'll have to put up with your good buddy there. See if he can do his job right. He seemed to do well before. None of the guards seemed to realize that they've been duped. So I would assume that he has, you know, he's good at it, but I don't know. What about you, pretty boy? And he goes and says that to Jules. Yeah, you'll need a different outfit. All of you will. We'll need to get clothes. That's gonna be a big thing for us. So... Okar, what about you? I could be lookout, or I could go to Okar. Does any of you... God, I don't want to wear a damn monkey suit, but there's no one who's going to end up looking and seeing an orc and being like, oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. She does? No. Oh, what the hell? No. Damn kids in the woods, get out of here. There's dead bodies there. Anyway, Hokar says, I can be lookout then if it will suffice for me to do things. That's probably the best option, but I'll let the crew here decide. God damn it. I found a butterfly the other day. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking group-wise. So you have... I'm going to make sure to roll here for this to see how this goes for
All of you crazy motherfuckers.
Sure, yes. Yeah, and you are, I would say, 2 weeks out. Maybe less, depending on how fast you travel, because you would be about a week and a half out, I would say, currently, from where you are. So, I would say, if you wanted to gather more people, Klaus and Helena. Okay, so you want to bring those two. Okay, we can end up doing that. Do you have any spells like sending? Because you can end up doing that as well, and they can try to keep up with you in that respect. No, okay. You can also... Yeah, you can go back into like a Clothier if you want to. Animal messenger. You can have the squirrels. So I'll say, Vostel says, well, here's the thing I can say. We can go back to the tavern. We can get just everybody together, and then we can try to make our way. We're gonna have to push through a bit of the night, though. So well, that's good. So 4 hours is all you're gonna get. Yeah, you can just stay in the cart then. Jeez. Anyway, let's get back to it and see about getting everyone else involved. And we will doodly-doo our way. You guys take a few hours to get back to the Brazen Beard. And we're going to change the time, since it is going to be a little bit towards the evening by the time you get back. The tavern is not busy. I would say it's a bit quieter. Everyone's still kind of reeling over everything going on, but we can say that for the sake of argument, that warm heart, that sounds good. Let's just go with that. Perfect. Alright, so you all make your way downtown, walking fast, face past, and you're homebound. You all as a group make your way back to the Brazen Beard. The sun is beginning to set, but you find your way back there, and as a whole group, you go on back inside, and seeing that everyone's okay, Helena's gonna come over and say, "Oh, thank the gods you're okay. I heard that there were, like, from some kids, that there was, like, a couple dead bodies out there, and I was afraid it might have been you guys." Yeah, they wander too far from the village. Their parents don't take good care of them. And Klaus comes over and says, "Hey, you guys are back. Good. Everything's fine here. We haven't had any issues with any guards or anything." Yeah, you can discuss that, and I'll say we can either fast forward, up to you. Victor will end up getting you guys all the drinks that you want, as you discussed. Hokar is gonna just drink heavily from his mug of ale, and then you all discuss within the tavern everything that you wanted, everything you want to do. So we'll just spread everyone out in different ways, so everyone can... Yes, cool. Shapeshift how exactly? Like with your wild shape ability? Yeah. I don't think so. I think your clothes will just... but yeah, so... Oh, you, yeah, if you want to, you can roll Arcana, and I can end up adding that item into your inventory. Sure, go right ahead. While I try to figure out where I can find this, and 18. So you would know that this is, from looking at it and studying it, you know that it is what is called a mask charm. A mask charm is a small silver pin, and you would know that while someone is wearing it, they can use an action to cast the Disguise Self spell. If someone rolls high enough on Perception, DC 13, they can discern that it is a disguise. Once the spell is cast, it can't be cast again until the next sunset. When casting the spell, you can have the spell last for its normal 1 hour duration, or for 6 hours. If you choose the 6 hour duration, the charm becomes non-magical when the spell ends. In either case, the spell ends if the charm is removed from the person. So it would be more or less like if you're trying to disguise as like a warden of a prison, and you know, you say something that makes it seem like it's off to them, like I don't, and they, you know, roll perception to see if they can, you know, see if you're really them or not. So like it could come up in different ways.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
Perfect. Let me make sure. So, lets you create disguises that change your physical appearance. So I would say, with the wording of that, you guys would have to get something to... Can you buy disguises? Yes. You can go to one of the shops around and they can. Alrighty. So there's that discussion. And then for it's another thing I needed to end up getting for good old Julesy boy. It was the metal. So let me make sure I put that in. Or if you want to actually figure out what this is. I would say that it could be either or. I'll let you decide for yourself whether it's attached to like it can be worn as a necklace, or whether you want to wear it as like a pin sort of situation. Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyone who wants to look and roll a perception check? Hekatae with a fucking 21, Hekatae, your eyes catch, and somehow, by the, you know, with your high perception just looking around, you would see that what Jules is spinning around is something, a metal, specifically a metal of the wetlands. You would know because of your studies that your mother has hammered into you about different magical items, that this one is these are common to give out to certain soldiers. What they do is that if they have a magical property to them, they allow the person wearing them to not it doesn't cost them extra movement for 1 hour on difficult terrain. So there is that. Yeah. It's metal. Just shakes head, walks off.
So metal, man.
Freaking crazy is. Anyway, so you guys discuss amongst yourselves. Okar's on his third tankard of ale, and somehow, yeah, from all the way across this room, you were able to see just from like a glint of the candlelight that it was a metal. Just the way I place these characters is freaking crazy. But yeah, I'll say that you guys end up getting yourselves, I would say, a long rest for everybody, because, well, I would say everybody, but I'll say that for Jules, Wesvyre, Celestia, and Hekatae, and Klaus, I guess, too, you all get long rests because you only have to rest for 4 hours. Well, if you want to. Okay, you can do that. And why not? I'll just say as well, since you guys are saying you're wanting to wake up in the morning, Cain also take a long rest as well, so that way you're not, you know, fully damaged as fuck. Yeah. Because I don't want to... Yeah. You don't want to wake up at the ass crack of dawn? You want to wake up when the sun's high in the sky? No. Us elves get up early. Anyway. So you're going to use it for the Tome of Clear Thought. Okay, so you have... How many hours do you have? 12 right now, so add on 4 more hours onto that, so you now have 16 hours under your belt. And it is on the second day for that. I just want to... well... Either second or third day for that. So... Yeah. So you can do that. Goddamn chat. Anyways, you guys go and do your little resty. You do a honk shoe. I'm gonna move things across the sky. And then early morning rising. Then the tavern begins to get a little bit bustling in, as you know, the normal crowd ends up coming in, just random, you know, people come in with their, you know, whatever they want to do over here. Let me get some more commerce on here. See the man just drinking in the corner. See the villager here also drinking in the corner. Lots of people drinking. But you guys all come down the stairs. You are, you know, establishing what you want to do for the day. For you guys, you probably want to go and get your disguise kits, so if you want to, you can go to a shop and do that. Shoot. Alright, so everyone is, you know, still coming downstairs doing whatever. I'll say that, like, Vostel's coming down and you come down as well and you try to get his attention. Space, yeah, for some weird reason. He's going down the stairs, and everyone else is down there. You're coming down a little later, and you go to get his attention.
Well, yeah.
Sure. And he goes and he hands it to you. Yes. So, was it? What? He says,
well, here's the thing. If we try to look like these people who aren't attending, then we're gonna have suspicion flying on us all over the place. No, what we need to do is we can end up working in our disguises, little crests for the different families into our outfits, and there we'll just say, oh, we're in place of so and so of the noble family. Go down the list and, you know, choose whoever we want to choose, and we'll, you know, establish from there, I guess. Well, I know about as much as any other person here in this town. I know that they're not a bad people, at least not the current head family, the Vanderfall family. They aren't a bad family per se, but they you know, it's mostly an elven kingdom. Like, you'll see some humans, you'll see even tieflings and some orcs. It's not like it's exclusively just elves, but it's a major majority of elves, especially the royal family, all elves. But I suspect you already know that. Yeah, that 1% being damn Clifton, who married the freaking elf in that former family, or whatever their names are. I don't much care for politics myself. I mean, I visited there once or twice. I'm not going to be as good as a resident, but I'll at least know how to get through the, you know, major roads and whatever. I won't know any side streets or alleys. That'll I'll leave up to you, but, you know, I'll do my best. Okay. Say that you two are over here just to make it easier. Vostel goes to sit down at the table. We'll say that Klaus is right here in this one seat. Car's over here. You come around with your little fire in your hand, just throwing it around,
And then Victor's being like,
Hey, be careful with that. I don't need any foils in this tavern.
Victor Ironfoot.
You may have to remind me. What did you say about? Oh, right. I asked her what she could make on short notice, and the only ingredients she had were more or less cakes. So, we have lemon tarts, if that would be more up your alley. All right.
And he goes to the back, brings out a small tray that are like these little stacked up, square, little, like, almost like lemon squares, but they have like a flaky crust on top and on the bottom with a little drizzle of powdered sugar on top.
For what you guys do for me, we'll say that's on the house, but next time I'll have to charge you.
He drops down from the rafters. Yes. Hello there. You go over to this little corner here, and you're just going to, do whatever you want to do with your lemon tarts. Klaus is gonna move over to this stool and just sit next to it, and orders just a glass of juice as everyone's sitting down. Vostel turns his chair around to you guys and says, "All right. So what's our plan of action here?" Here's what I'll have you guys do. I'll cover the cost of getting you guys outfits. You guys find your disguise kits. Now, the outfits have to be specific. They have to be, silk, some, leathers here. Basically, they gotta be looking the part. And I'll have Helena help me out to make sure that we do something right about this. Meanwhile, you guys can pick me up a disguise kit, and I guess Hokar can just be the lookout if we really need that. Hokar says,
"Yeah, I can keep a lookout. There's no problem with that. I can do it. Oh, butterfly!"
And he's looking out the window as like a little butterfly goes by. And he's distracted.
It's gonna be great, Mom.
Helena calls over and says,
I can try my best to hide my horns. Maybe I'll wear a nice hat. I should be fine though. I've got some magic up my sleeve.
And Klaus says,
I'm down for anything you guys want to do. I'm just here. I'll do what I can.
I hope so. And you see he's just like a little nervous, like fiddling with his thumbs. Sure. I'll allow that. What are you wanting to perceive, I should ask? I don't think you have to roll for that. I think you can pretty much tell just from the, he's not doing very well to hide it because his voice is stammering. He's like, I don't, like, you can tell that he's nervous. Yeah. Sure. You go over to the other side there and go chat with him. I'm just a bit nervous. Sneaking into places, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'll like I said, I'll try my best, but like I'm not a very sneaky person, and I just hope I can do the part right. I don't want to be a bird. Sure. If you want to get his confidence up a bit, you can just do, I wouldn't say a persuasion, but do a, just a charisma roll, just a straight charisma roll. You try to boost his confidence and he's like, I don't know. Goes to you, he gets a little closer and says, to be honest, I was kind of hoping that I would be a lookout, because no offense to Hokar, I don't think he's going to be a good lookout, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. And if anything happens, I'll be keeping. I'll try to make sure that I don't get got again, because that wouldn't be fun. I'll keep an eye out, make sure I don't do anything dumb to get myself captured. He doesn't notice. He's still drinking. As you're, looking at him. Klaus says, "Don't be too hard on him, because, I mean, it was definitely a shock to me, and it wasn't the nicest of welcomes, but I understand where he's coming from as far as like trying to protect this town. You look around, you see like a few townsfolk just having a good time drinking and chatting with Victor and a few of the other patrons in the bar. He says they're like his family, I believe, and I guess I can respect that. Like, he's trying to do the best to protect those he cares about. Well, that's good. Hopefully we don't have any other issues and things go a lot better going forward. I'm just gonna go and finish my drink, and then I'll join with you guys in getting the disguises and all that. You take her hand and go over to the bar. And Vostel says, "Alright, enough lounging about. Let's get going." And so, we'll just say as a group, I'm not going to change to a different scene because I don't have the actual, clothier area, but we're just going to say that, off to the side, you guys head out and go to a little clothier's shop, and I'll just change the music to more fit the area, which you guys are going to be. So let me... Yes. Yeah, I saw that. I just want to make sure that's too, so... Alright. Trying to make sure my voice is still good for doing voices. You make your way into a small little shop. There's a bunch of stuff that it has here. It's a small little there's like a row of shops. There's an apothecary, there's a clothier, and there's a blacksmith. All pretty close within the town area. And you guys go for a little bit of a shopping spree. Doing whatever you want to do. This is where I open it up. You guys can go to the clothier to get your disguises. You can also end up going to any of the other 2 shops to see about getting other things, or even selling some items if you would like. She came with. Yeah, go right ahead. No issue with that. So you would know that from what Vostel was discussing, he said basically just get the disguise kits, he'll worry about getting the outfits, or he'll pay for that. So like disguise kits you can get from I don't want to say a rogue shop because that would make no sense, but like I would say more of like a shop for where you can find a bunch of tools, whether that be disguise kits or thieves tools, tinkerers tools, like a whole 9 yards of different tools. There's like a tool shop, we'll say that, to save, argument. And so okay. Okay. Sure. So you go with Vostel to the clothing shop. Go in and you see this let me just go and see about, for the sake of argument, let's go with a little bit of a generator and see what we end up getting. You see a red female tiefling behind the counter, and she let me fix something, 'cause I things on the run here. So you see that she has this kind of rugged red skin. Her horns, I would say that they are like twisted in a way to where they're like pulled back, but then like twisted into some kind of like a weird braid down the back. She also has this long wavy brown hair, these yellow piercing eyes, and she's about 5'7", skinny build, and she says,
Oh, hey, Vostel, what are you up to?
and then Vostel says,
Well, hey, Veronica, I need some outfits for tonight.
and she says,
Oh, lovely. And this is your friend, I assume?
speaking of you, hecky heck.
Ah, well, what is it that you need, Vostel?
Well, yes, I need a few suits. Well, maybe dresses too.
All right, hang on. And he starts writing down. And he says,
Well, hey, Hekatae, what? I know that some of you guys, like, some of you may want suits, some of you may want, you know, other things. What exactly, do you want? Do you think that Celestia wants? What do you think everybody wants? Because, let's just say I don't want to give somebody a suit and they say they wanted a dress, or vice versa. Nah, I don't want to assume nowadays, so I just write it down.
well, that is a good question. Would you have discussed what you wanted to wear? Because have you discussed, like, what your disguises are going to be? Okay. Perfect. Jules is a wild card where it's like, does he want a suit? Does he want a dress? Does he want a flowing suit? Who knows? Flowing suit? Alright. So you end up giving this information over, and you write down, alright, so we need 2 dresses, 1 flowing suit, and 2 suits. And also need a suit for myself, and a dress for Helena, and a suit for Hokar. And the tiefling, she says,
Oh, you're gonna try to fit Hokar into a suit?
Yeah, well, he was. I thought he would make a possibly decent lookout, but now thinking about it, probably not the best option. We're gonna go with that.
and she says, okay. So she goes to the back to get stuff situated. She says,
Well, it'll take me, how soon do you need it?
Well,
be, how soon can you get it done?
Well, depending on how much you can pay, I can try to, you know, expedite it. But the faster I go with it, it could be less convincing or less put together. These things take time.
Yeah, I'm aware they take time, but your job is a clothier. You'd think that this would be something that would be easy for you to just do with the snap of your fingers.
She says, Vostel, dresses, and especially flowing suits, take time. I can try to go fat.
And he ended up throwing 20 gold coins on the counter and says, just do what you can and do it as quick as possible. We're kind of on a deadline here.
And she looks at it and says, I should be able to get them done in a day and a half. And that's going to have me working the entire damn night.
She goes and takes the gold and goes to the back to start working on this outfits for you guys. Vostel says, well, she's the best we got. Looks like we'll have to just, you know, do our own thing for a while, make sure we're all put together. Do what you want to do. For the sake of argument, I'm just going to see where everybody else is at. So the rest of you end up going to the tool shop, making sure I get everybody in there. So cool, so I know everybody here. Great. You guys go into the shop. It opens up. You end up seeing. Let's go random with this. And boom. You see this human male behind the counter. He's got this long gray hair and blue eyes. He's kind of got this rugged pinkish skin, and he's going to putting some tools together. It's like, all right, man, adding the lockpick, and then adding in the other things, and oh, he falls backwards off a stool. Well, customers, I haven't had customers in a while. The name's Rowan. And he puts out his hand to whoever. You go and shake his hand, and he says, all right. I need to get a different voice because I'm getting stuck with all the other voices. All right, what can I do for you? All right. Let's see how many I have in stock. Well, you're lucky or unlucky. I have 7. All right. Will that be gold or credit? Because you do realize how much these cost, right? Well, yes, I see. Let me check here. 25 gold apiece. How many bottles? How many bottles? No, hang on. He's talking about mustard. Yeah, how many bottles you want to sell me, son? Well, I don't think it's worth that much, but I think we'll a bit. Well, see, him here, see, if it's a mustard, it's worth about, I say, 5 gold pieces. So if you give me how many bottles of mustard, we get 5 gold pieces, and it'll be coming out to about how much that?
Well, no, 9 bottles of mustard. It takes 5 to go. Well, how old is this mustard? You heard me right there, son. No. How? You said it's authentic mustard. He doesn't say it's authentic mustard, so I say it's a very good mustard. So how much of it a month? Yeah, well, what's your variety here? Does there difference in sizes?
Jinx. Keep your damn notes.
This is why you have a character sheet and you have your damn notes.
Put your allies and the people that you think are enemies, depending on how you think of Jinx. Could be either or.
He says, well, I don't even know who the hell Jinx is, but I was going to say the mustard. If you go to give it the mustard, how we go to give it to put it together? And put it all together, how many bottles of mustard we got? You got 5 bottles of mustard. Well, we shared about 5 bottles of mustard with 5 gold pieces, then we got 25 gold pieces. How about that, son? Does that sound good to you? I don't know about you, but I think that's a very good deal. That is a very good deal. In fact, it's the best deal I got here. And I don't know what else you also want to say, but whatever it is, that's a good deal.
And he goes and puts out a hand.
You got a deal here, son. Where you going to take this up with? There you go.
Go and shake his hand, and
Alright.
he takes all the mustard, puts it back there.
And I got a lot of supply of mustard. Now I don't even have to worry about it. What the fuck? Anyway, if you guys want to do, you can have, 25. You can now, one of the disguise kits for free, and the other 6 you gotta pay for. That, hell yeah, it sounds good to me, Missy. Put it on the tab, put it together, boom, bam, bam, got this all together, here we go. 7 disguise kits, and I include an extra lockpick just for this guy right here. Tell me that good mustard.
You doing well, son? You seem to be having an aneurysm.
We good? Yes? What?
No, what?
You got 6. So let me think here. Scared divided by 2 times 3. That'd be 150 gold piece, yes. Thank good. Now we got everything together. Okay. Add that into my bank there. Cool. Alright. Is everything else what? I got hair dye, man. I got hair dye, hair wigs, hair supplies, you name it. I got it. I got hair pins, got hair brushes, I got hair combs. I got hair stencils. Don't know what those are for. They're there. I sell them though. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what you got through your wallet. I'm gonna try not to lose my mind or my voice. Either or.
Horse green dye, well, it's gonna be costing you a bit. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, it's gonna cost you about 8 gold pieces. Yeah, it's a very fine color. Only used by really wood elves. When the wood elves, they always wear the hair up in different ways, and they also have to put anything in it, and all that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Roll a persuasion check.
See what you can.
Does anyone...
He says, well, look, I know you want to try to help the shop, but I also got to make money myself. Here's the thing, I'll try to do the price down low for you. How about for 4 gold pieces, you can end up having this here dye. If you don't like it, I can also end up throwing in another piece of dye, too. Listen, I think I'm having a stroke right now, so... 5 gold pieces sounds good to me, too. So let's go with 5 gold pieces. Yes.
Well, thank you, buddy. That's good. Yeah. You have a very good day now. Unless you guys want anything else, then I got thousands of options for you to have. If you don't any the times, it's gonna be good now, are you? Perfect. Alright, see you. Have a good day now. And you end up leaving Rowan's shop with your disguise kits. You then end up meeting up with good old people. All of you together meet up. God. Mustard! Yes, you can. Okay. Yeah, I thought you already had one, but maybe I'm... Gotcha. So yeah, you can... Yeah, so he just has a thing of, you know, no one told Jules that, no one also told me that, but also, you know, it was also a disguise kit, so, like, you would assume that it probably comes with hair dye, too, but Jules just wanted the 4-screen hair dye just for shiggles, and now he's got it. Yes. Brilliant. I love it. Okay, so let me see how much shield is. Well, it might be his alignment, I have no idea. He's just chaotic. So yeah, you can buy a shield for 10 gold pieces, and you can, yeah, just a simple shield, yeah. So just 10 gold pieces. You end up getting yourself a shield to put on your character. Now, mind you, when it comes to having the shield, you also, I believe, let me check with the, yeah, so longbow, if you want to use your bow, you're going to either have to, like, stash your shield beforehand, or you will have to, like, drop it. So just want to... Yes. So you can hold, so here's the thing, if you have your dagger, you can also, if you have your scimitar, if you have that still, you can have that in one hand, and you can have the shield in the other. As long as it's a one-handed weapon, then you're fine. If it's two-handed, then obviously... You have to have at least one free hand, unless you have, like, the Warcaster feat, I think is the only thing that, like, maybe... Not yet. It'll be on the list. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, so you all gathered up in your little posse, and you're heading on out. And as you'll be heading, let me move us to back to the forest again. And we're gonna change the feeling of this music to be down a bit because it's not gonna be that crazy. Turn up the ambiance a little bit. We do that, and okay. So let me just add in our lovely Helena, and I'll also add in Klaus, and boom, you got the whole party here. So you are all moving down this road here, and just do this here. And let's see about something. Yeah, you guys go through the forest and on the cart with Charlie and the whole 9 yards. No real issues come up as you're making your way through the forest. And we'll just say, for the sake of argument, we're going to go through time here. We are going to say that you guys, as a group, with just enough time to make it, you get to the outer landscape of Evandriel. To put it into perspective, and I'm going to use this as like a little backdrop for the time being, to put Evandriel into perspective, you see marble, like you're entering in like the outer walls. You see as you enter in that the buildings are made of marble. There's awnings with pinks and purples. You see that there's flower boxes attached to a lot of the windows with like beautiful flora just abounding from it. The smell of lilac and lavender and just a very floral scent as you're coming into the city. Within some of the buildings, within the marble, you also see like a little bit of gold inseam on some of them that are more important. And I'm going to say that within that time, since it's about a 2-week, or a week and a half ride, Hekatae, however you want to go about it, you can go and click on your, you should have it in your inventory, your Tome of Clear Thought, and I'm just going to give it to you there, that you've read through it, I would assume, during a 2-week period of time. You've, spent more time doing that while it was just travel and not much going on. So you can click on that to essentially equip it with a little square, and it should give an added bonus to your intelligence. Further along, going back to where we were describing, you guys see that the city is pretty large. There's a lot of floral areas. In fact, if I can find one here that fits, let me see what I can find, because I'm not going to go through trying to do an entire thing, because that would be insanity. But you see that a lot of the area with its marble shining down with the sun, it reflecting back to you guys. There is not much here that I can actually use. Maybe I can just end up, maybe this will be good. We'll try it. Board imported. Let's see how this looks. If it's not that good, oh, okay. Down out there. Sure, this works enough. Can't really see much of it, but this kind of fits actually what I was thinking of. Let me turn down this just a bit. You make your way into the city. As well as you guys see that the roofs have this like teal tile going about it, and gold, and you guys enter into this crazy city with all this floral around. And yeah, Vostel says,
Have you ever seen a place that just seems more up in its ass than this place? Yeah, did he ever clean that damn thing? God damn it. I wonder the cart smelled like ass the entire trip. Anyway, well, we might as well.
Klaus says, oh, he has been a little bit, too many carrots. And, Vostel says,
oh, this has been the worst fucking trip.
And, yeah, I will say that you guys make your way to the city, and as you do, someone is there to say, hey, what business you got here? Ah, yes. Do you have your invitations? As you are trying to muster it up, Helena comes up behind and says, here they are. And she, in a disguise that makes her look more like a very pale elven woman, hands over these invitations that are definitely like forged. But the guard looks over them and says, ah, yes, from the subfamilies related to the Dern and the Lundhar and the Elmsa families. Excellent. Well, we're sad that the lesser families couldn't attend, but I hope that you enjoy the gala in their place and do tell of the spectacle. And we will move this thing along. We're actually, I don't think there really is much of an area here, so we're going to go to what I built, and I'll have to add people in, but I didn't add too much to this area, but hopefully it's good enough to get the point across. You make your way across the city, and as you do, you see this large, essentially it would be like a, I would say a banquet hall? Yeah, so a banquet hall is what you see. Hekatae, you recognize this place immediately, because you would know that, I'm just doing this just to give at least some context. But you would know this because this was the area that you met in when your mother tried to marry you off to Curtis, Cornell. Perfect. And so let me add you all in, and then the doors open to this gala, and you see that there's multiple different people standing up and talking, whether this is just like a few individuals getting to just chat, but it's a pretty large area where you see elves of multiple different kinds and races. You see You see some wood elves. You see some a couple high elves. You see very few, but you see a few drow as well, and just some normal run-of-the-mill elven people. As you enter in, let me add you guys. So I want you, as I'm doing this, I want you to describe what your outfits look like, because I don't want to take the full spotlight away from you. Tell me how you look as you enter this lovely area. Sure, go right ahead. Sure, go right ahead. Let me try adding it down. Where did you? Okay, cool. Yes, that would definitely fit in with the line. So you can describe it out for those who can't see it. Excellent. And so I get this in mind, I know that Wesvyre and Cain are in a pair together, and but what about the others in this group? Like who? If you would like to be, yeah. Okay, good. So you two are together. Jules, you can either be with you can be with Helena if you want to be. You can be with Klaus. You can be with whomever seems to fit your fancy. Well, actually, you can't be with Klaus because Klaus is actually not there. I just had to remember that. You can be with Helena, you can be with Hokar, or you could be with Vostel. Or I'm gonna roll it. Jules, you there, bud? Okay, cool. So, we'll pair him with Hokar. How about that? Perfect. No. Klaus is gonna be the lookout. They said you did switch it out, so I just.
Hey.
Anyway. Outfit. His appearance. So he is actually wearing this like more of a vest. He doesn't really have like an outer jacket. He has a like a vest with like an undershirt on, but you can tell it's like kind of like a little too tight against, well, a little too tight against, but he's like this really tall looking, and he's like looks about as elvish as you can get while also trying to hide the tusks as well. His disguise is about as good as you can get for, you know, an orc, a half orc at that. And he's wearing like more like dress shorts, not a loincloth, but they're also like against his muscles, they're like straining to keep together as they're really tight. And he says,
"Oh, this is hurting my nuts."
And then we can say, for the sake of argument, that Vostel's wearing something that would be kind of similar to like a more southern, you know, looking suit, like still has a bit of that, you know, Western theme to it, but very subtly in keeping with more of the aristocratic look. Helena's wearing a nice dress that's like a nice flowing, form-fitting in some places, black silk dress, and doing her best to hide her tiefling tail and her horns. And then if you others here want to describe yours, so if you, we'll go in the line here, so we'll go to Hekatae. How do you want to describe your suit and your disguise? Excellent. Mm-hmm. Alright, that sounds really good. Going further down the line, we'll then go right behind you and go to Wesvyre. What does your dress look like? Wesvyre? What? You there? Oh, you're good. Yeah, she cut out on land. What did you say? Say that again. You're good. Yes. Yes. Alright, and then I'll try my best to describe it for, you know, however well I need to end up describing it. So... Yes. Okay, cool. So yeah, you got your nice autumn appearance there. And to describe the dress for the audience, it is a dress with 2 layers to it. The bottom layer of it is like this tannish, and I'm gonna go off with my own little bit on it. It's like a lighter like a lighter beige with like a darker portion that kind of gives off this like almost like branches, I'll say, just to give it a little bit more variety than what the photo actually is. That it has like a bit of like a pattern of like a leaf pattern, like a darker leaf pattern to go with that. On top of that is a red dress that has like a little bit of a slant to the side, and it's sleeveless, describing this like a burgundy with little autumn, like dark orange and like almost brown autumn leaf pattern going along the bottom hem of it. Going further on, we go to Cain. How do you look in your suit, my dude? Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, so you have like a darker burgundy suit on, with like a nice little I'll say a boutonniere on as well, to have like a little flower on there, and to give off this you know, feeling of Oh yes, look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he's sitting, yes. Going with that sort of vibe. And we move along the lines to our good old buddy Jules. How does your flowing suit look? Yep. Okay. Alright. And with your outfit, like what color did you go for with it? A black. Alright. So a flowing black kind of suit. And let's see about as good as I can get here. So you enter into this hall, and it is marble all the way up with like the teal tile ceiling, and the windows are like laden with like gold, and they're open to the world. Oh, I like the look of that. So like kind of like a with like tails on it as well, with like the silver embellishments. I like that. So you go along, and you all hear from Vostel as you're entering in. Now, here's...
Alright, now listen up, guys.
And he's like whispering to you guys as you come in.
We're gonna be split up, because we have to fit in with the tables. So just, join in at, the respective tables. Hekatae, you might be able to help them figure out where to go. Should help from here. And he, Helena comes over and hands you a few pieces of paper and says,
Here, this should help tell you guys where to go.
And she and Vostel are going to go and walk over and sit with this family over here. And so, yeah. You guys have your specific table to go to, so... So you would see, I don't even think I have a model that would really be the best in showing, your mother in whatever way. We'll just say for the sake of argument that she is going to be in I'm trying to find the best representation. Cannot find a good representation. We'll say for the sake of argument that we'll say for the sake of argument that this is your mother for the sake of argument. And honestly, if I found a snake that would work, that'd be fine. You see her sitting up front at the Vanderfall table, being a subfamily of Vanderfall. You do not. Make sure to, I will say this, just to be, a kind DM, make sure to look at your pieces of paper, and also, if you want to, you can, from inferring from your family history, you can tell who is here based on, like, the different families. So, like, the front table is the head table, and the head table is the Vanderfall family. From there, you can also infer by looking on the different ones that, okay, this one must be, let me pull up the thing so I can actually get the names right. Elmser is on the left here, and then going from there is, Ladarn, and then going to the Deeren family over here, and then the Vostel family over here, and I'll say for the sake of argument that these two are actually going to move down from the Vostel family to the Eladrin family here, you would know that. So the way it's going to be split is that I'm going to move one of these and make it easier. Let me roll. Okay, so we're going to say that so you and Celestia will end up going to the Elmser family. That's where you will end up going. So you guys walk over. You also see in front of you, it should be longer than this, but I didn't have enough time in models, but it's a large banquet table in front to where you can like grab what you want. There's a large roasted pig. There's a bunch of different foods, vegetables, meats, sweet treats all on the table, a bunch of sweet rolls, cakes. I want to say sweet rolls. See, there's like steaks and ham. Like there's food galore on this table, and so you and Hekatae here. Hokar is who he's with. He's like, we're gonna see in a second here. Gonna roll and see how well he knows.
I'll keep him away from the honey biscuits, yes.
Roll a natural one. Anyway, so and so heavy breathing. So you two would end up going to the Deern family table. So we're gonna end up establishing where you all are. So you're going to be on the outer edges. So how it is that a representative from the subfamilies will end up being there. So like, for example, the subfamily Ashwell is up with the people from the Vanderfall table, and a few other people are there as well. A lot of people are getting seated to get ready. You will move. So Celestia, you'll be on the right here, and Hekatae, you'll be on the left side of the Elmser family. And even then, you're pretty much right across to see where your like you would see your mother from there, but you let's get this established. Also for Pokar and Jules, someone comes up to you and says,
I'm terribly sorry, but
I'm just gonna bring this one up.
I'm terribly sorry. It seems like they didn't have enough chairs this year. Seems like they've been cutting back on all the spending. One of you can go to, other families aren't coming, so, we're gonna have you over, by the Eladrin family, so, all be good.
And just for the sake of argument, we'll put Car over here, and Jules, you'll go over here. So you So, to describe this, you see that there's some very plush chairs over here, where the head family is, with a nice throne there for the head of the ruling family, Elijah Vanderfall. Right there, you also see that everyone is moving to their respective seats, including this drow is making his way over and sitting down at this table. And this person will move over next to Cain, and this one will move next to Wesvyre. And then it should hopefully be everybody. If not, then this person will be kind of will exit the area, just for the sake of argument. Yes, I'll have you come up with that yourself, actually, so you can have a little bit of fun with it. Because I did not plan beforehand all the names. That is my bad, my bust as a DM. Whatever, close enough. Where to find that one? It's under human. You guys will also notice that over at the Vostel family, you see at the end over there is who you can assume to be. I'm losing my mind. Samuel Clifton over there. I also want Celestia. I want you to roll me a perception check. And Hekatae, I want you to also roll a perception check. Okay, and what'd you get, Celestia? 12. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary as everyone's filling in the area. You do see that the drow to the left of you is like tapping her fingers against the table, sort of absent-mindedly. But nothing sticks out to you. For Hekatae, you notice that your mother is like sitting at this table, very properly sitting there, back straight, wearing a rather like a mixture of like white and pink, and it's like very kind of gaudy looking, and her makeup also kind of looks a little gaudy, and she's eyeing the room around her. Excellent. And then we're going to... It quiets down. The music begins to quiet down as well. As the head at the table says, "Good evening, all my royal subjects, in all the royal families of Evandriel. I am your lord, Lord Vanderfall. And I'm here tonight to say that I will be stepping down as head of the Vanderfall family. It's been a long time coming, but I can't think of a better candidate to be the ruler
of this kingdom, then my dearest friend, and he looks over to his right, Aloria Ashwell. And that's where we're gonna end this session.
I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
But that is where we're going to end our lovely session tonight. I just want to say thanks to all my lovely players for showing up tonight, and hopefully lots of fun little twists that we'll get to when the time comes. But I do want to say that we've been doing it pretty good with time tonight. Not going too far over, just a little bit. But before we end our lovely stream tonight, I'm going to do my roll for humanity. And I also, I'll show on the screen, I got a little dice set from Able Gamers on their website. So I can end up rolling with that tonight. So we're going to roll, and we're going to see what we get for that. And that is a 19. Woohoo! So that goes on top of our current amount, which is 92. So add on 19 to that, and we have, I believe it's $111 that we have for Able Gamers. We are also going to use this same lovely dice to roll for Child's Play charity, so we can end up helping people in that way. To go over Able Gamers, for those who have not been here, Able Gamers is a charity that helps people with physical disabilities to be able to play games like the rest of us, whether it's making accessible controllers or helping developers to make their games more accessible to people with physical disabilities. We have raised so far, with tonight's goal added on, $111. Throughout this campaign, we are going to be raising money for Able Gamers, and then by the end of this campaign, we will take the whole lump sum that we've had, and we will throw it out to the people at Able Gamers to help with them, whether it be with research and development, whether it be with community work and stuff with that. With Child's Play charity, we are helping for children in hospitals. It can be a scary time for a child to be in a hospital, and for them to be able to have access to board games, puzzles, interactive media of any kind, video games, it would help them in the long run to be able to, I should actually be looking at the camera when I'm saying this, not looking at my stream. It's to help them out so that these kids have something to distract themselves with, whether it be from the pain, whether it be from the surgeries, whether it be from any of the medical anxiety that comes with staying at a hospital for long periods of time. And we're going to roll, and that is a 9. So adding on to that, we now have $21 altogether going towards Child's Play charity, and we will then be rolling once again for Child's Play charity one more time next week, and we will get the lump sum together, and we will send it out to Child's Play charity to help a hospital local for me and my wife. It would be the closest one for us, which would be Cleveland Children's Clinic. So we'll be giving out whatever we can buy for them off their Amazon wish list, and whatever we cannot buy, we will donate in the form of money to that to Child's Play. But yeah, I'd say that we did pretty dang good tonight, and you guys did really well with your rolls, and we'll see how this craziness unfolds come next week on The Curse of the Blightborn Court. We will see you guys all next week. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. God damn it. What? Oh yeah, and as we always say, if it's wider than your mask, don't shove it up your ass. We should come up with a bunch of different sayings for the week. God. Anyway, Bye, everybody.